that is a steal. Whoa, check out those bargains. You could definitely make money on this. Yeah, don't do this though. This is all pretty good marketing. It's not rocket science. You just buy the item low and sell high. In this video, 6 apps with reviews so you know exactly where to sell your clothes online or where to buy low and sell high. It's all about making money online. We're going to have some tips towards the end of this video on fashion arbitrage too. So check it out. Rowan here from loveworkathome.com, where we help you find freedom and work-life balance by sharing information on make some extra side income like today's video, where to find work from home jobs and how to start an online business. So if that sounds good to you, hit the subscribe button and smack that bell so you do not miss out on the great content we have in store. Okay, the first app we have for you today is Macari. So this is a super simple app and it's all about just uploading photos. You put in a description for the item and then you just name your price basically. Now you check the app for what similar items have sold for so that you know how to price your item. So you obviously don't want to do it too high or too low. Also you can see what's hot and selling by scrolling down. We'll scroll down to here so you can see what's selling there. All these items have already sold, and if you scroll a little bit further you'll see how it says see all, see all. So if you click on any one of them, it'll take you to this page here where you can view newest for what, sorry, let me get that out of the way. You can view the newest for what's hot, and you can also filter, so that's what we've got up here, newest. So that's showing you what's being sold at the moment and what's easy enough to sell, but also the highest price first. So if you filter by that, then you'll see what's selling for the big bucks. Obviously a lot of bags and rings in there, so if you know a bit about bags and rings, then this is, it's almost money for jam, this sort of stuff. I've got a hot tip on selling according to trends in just a moment, so you want to stick around for that. But in terms of buying at the Macari home, back here, I would recommend either searching by brand up here, and again in a moment I'll show you how to find which brands are trending. Also you can click on categories and pick a category you know something about, and then just lap up the hundreds of results. In terms of the reviews that this app actually has, so yeah, sorry, if you click on categories, well, where am I? Back at the home page. If you actually click on category, let's say you clicked on women, for example, that will take you over here. There's just stacks and stacks of results for you to check out. Now, in terms of the actual app itself and the reviews it has, it scores very high. It's got over 160,000 reviews, 4.6, so very, very high score with so many reviews. That's a great app to use. The second one I want to show you is Depop or Depop. I'm not quite sure how to say that. Similar to Macari, Depop is more geared towards your day-to-day streetwear and vintage brands and things like that. However, you can definitely snag a high-end brand bargain here, which is why I've shown you these two apps first, because it's all about snagging those bargains and then selling them for more elsewhere or on bigger marketplaces. You check out the App Store. Depop scores very well. It hasn't got quite as many reviews, but 36,000, and it's got a score of 4.4. So again, it's a very trusted app in the App Store. Now, looking at the higher end stores where you might be better placed to sell to higher end buyers, because that's what it's all about. The idea of arbitrage or retail arbitrage or fashion arbitrage is to buy low and sell high. So you want to buy bargains from places like Macari and Depop and sell them for more in the following apps to bigger marketplaces or to higher end people who are buying higher end things. So the next one is Poshmark. It's all in the name, isn't it? Poshmark. Beautiful. Poshmark claims to be, where does it? It says it somewhere down here. They say they claim to be the largest social marketplace for fashion, which is a good thing. If you're looking to buy low and sell high from a small marketplace and then sell on a larger one for maximum reach, then Poshmark is just where you want to go. So if you scroll down a bit, then they've got these brand spotlights, and these are good because it shows you which brands are trending on Poshmark. Now, that hot tip that I mentioned a second ago with regards to finding what's hot and what's trending, if you want a bigger picture look at what is trending, then go to Google Trends. Now, over here, I've actually put in, I saw on one of these sites, I think it was Macari, Gap skinny jeans and Gucci tote bags. If you plug them into Google Trends, googletrends.com, or just Google Trends, then you can see what's actually happening to different brands here and even different items. So our Gucci tote bag, as you can see, it's the red line. It's kind of trending upwards. Whereas the Gap skinny jeans, overall, they're kind of trending a bit downwards, and this is over the last 5 years. So, you might expect that over the next few years, those trends will probably continue. You can also check for brands that are trending. So I've put in Victoria's Secret and American Eagle Outfitters. Now, as you can see, American Eagle Outfitters, first of all, it just has more searches than Victoria's Secret, but also you can see it's kind of trending upwards just a little bit, whereas Victoria's Secret tends to be trending downwards a little bit. Now, these spikes are around Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and that is a good thing and a bad thing. It's good because it's time of the year when people are wanting to spend their money and snag some bargains. But it's also a bad thing because the retail outlets, your typical retail outlet, has got huge reductions, so a lot of people are just going straight to those retailers rather than buying things secondhand. Okay, so back to Poshmark. Because they're a marketplace for higher-end brands, they offer an authentication service so that people can be really 100% sure that whatever they're buying off the Poshmark website isn't a rip-off. A couple of years ago, I bought it was like a North Face jacket or something off eBay, and I thought, this just doesn't quite feel right, and sure enough, it was a fake. So I got stung, so I don't want you to, or Poshmark doesn't want their clients to. Now, in terms of the Poshmark app, similar to the other apps, pretty high score, 68,000. It's still above, 4.3. It's still very, very good. It's all good feedback, so a trusted app, definitely. Now, app number 4 is Grail. So Grail, actually 4 and 5 I've got for you, Grail and Heroin. So Grail, now if you click women's wear over here, that will take you to Heroin, which is women's wear. If you click men's wear, it'll take you back to Grail, because they're linked. So that's why I'm doing them as 4 and 5. Now, Grail is a men's fashion app. It's similar to Poshmark because somewhere in there it claims to be the world's largest marketplace for men's streetwear and fashion and things like that. So it's a good app because it can guide you by showing you popular designs. So list by Grail, shop by category, shop by style, popular designs. There you go. Also some featured collections. And a little bit further down, it's got some trending streetwear too, I think. Exclusive collections, trending streetwear. So there you go. Yeah, they've got all sorts of very cool categories which definitely would help you in the whole retail arbitrage if you're looking to buy from somewhere and sell somewhere. Now, in the Google Play Store, the Grail app doesn't score very well for some reason. It hasn't got all that many reviews. It's only got, at the time of filming this, less than 1,000, and it scored 3.3. But the Apple app, on the other hand, has over 2,000 reviews and scores 4.8. It scores very high, so that's really strange. But if you want to bypass the whole, if you're on an Android and you want to bypass the whole Google app, then you can actually just use the website itself and do everything you need to do through the website. But this video is all about apps and making money on apps, so that's what I wanted to show you. They also have their own authentication service, so buyers can actually, it's done a bit differently with Grail. Buyers can request to have an item looked at, and it's just an online look at the item to see if they can pick out any holes in the authenticity of it. So moving on to Heroin now. I don't know about that name, Heroin. Anyway, this is a women's fashion app, and there appears to be in the Apple App Store only, which is a bit strange. But again, you can bypass that by using the website. Going back to what I was saying, on the Apple App Store, Heroin actually, similar to Grail, gets a very high review. Not many ratings though, but still gets scores very, very high. But also something clever about only having their app on the Apple App Store is that people who buy Apple products are typically, and this is a generalization based on other people's studies, but the demographic of people are generally more likely to spend on expensive brands. So that means that if you can nab a high-end brand bargain elsewhere and then bring it back to the Heroin platform, then there might be a good chance that you can do a bit better from this sort of platform. Okay, and finally, number 6 is StockX. This is for all those sneakerheads out there. So this is a marketplace. It's great because people often want a certain type of sneaker so they can search for it and get the StockX sales history for it and different sizes of the shoe. I'll just scroll down for you so you can see all this sort of stuff. And then a buyer can either buy the shoe if it's available or place a bid saying what the maximum price is that they would want to pay for it. As the seller, you can also check the sales history of any sneaker, see if it's increasing or decreasing in price, and see if you can find it online for less than what you think you can sell it for based on those analytics. So it really makes it, I mean, the whole sneaker arbitrage, this site makes it very, very, I'm not going to say very, very easy, but a lot easier. Now, because sneakers are a big business, there are lots of rip-off artists out there. So all the shoes that are sold through StockX have to be sent to StockX for authentication before being sent to the buyer. So they've got their inbuilt authentication system, much like Poshmark. And the StockX app also has very good reviews. Let's go and check it out. 29,000 at the time of filming this, 4.1 on the Apple App Store. It had 4.6 on just under 1,000 reviews. So both pretty good. StockX seems to be a very legit and valuable website. Now, as for some tips for either selling your old wardrobe or making money online through arbitrage, as I mentioned a second ago, Google Trends is great for checking out some trends. So here, what have I got? I've got the Nike Kyrie or Kiri. Apologies for not pronouncing that correctly. I'm sure there's many Kyrie or Kiri fans out there who would be wanting to hurt me right now. And Kobe, I'm pretty sure I know how to pronounce that one. Nike Kiri or Kyrie 6 and then Nike Kobe 5. As you can see, putting sneakers head to head can be pretty interesting. Huge spike for the Kyries, whereas the Kobe's, there was a spike back here, but not so much. So that's just a bit of telling information, but also look at this dip at the end here. So maybe that's on its way out and not the best sneaker to start buying low and selling high with. Now, the second tip, aside from checking what's trending, is just doing a better ad. Doing a better ad than the competition, and it's not that hard. There are a lot of bad ones. This site is actually quite good. First of all, you want high definition pictures taken from multiple angles because you want to capture the item's strengths in the image. So whether you can only put one image on the listing or not, take a bunch of photos at different angles because you might find that the angle you think it looks best at isn't the best when it turns out in the photo. Also, check out the retail description of the item as well as pages on eBay and Amazon. Make sure you list out all the product's selling points, and on that, describe the benefits, because people are buying this stuff because of how it makes them feel or what they perceive it will help them do. You know, will this make you look thinner or jump higher or whatever it might be? And also touch up the item. The third point on making the most out of some retail arbitrage is touch up the item as needed. If there's a button missing, then replace the button. If there's some restitching that needs doing, do that. Polish up any metallic labels, anything like that. So that is a bit of advice on how to make the most out of that. It's Rowan here from loveworkathome.com. I really sincerely hope you got something out of that video. If so, smash that like button. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.